This may be a bad take, but I think there's too many Pokemon.
Blasphemous. How dare you, Daisy?
I love them, but I love all of them.
Where else would you get wonderful characters like Bap the Fido?
There's so many.
Hello everyone, welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and with me here, stacking Coke cans to build the Leaning Tower of Coke.
It's me, Muhammad. What is more fun than watching a whole lot of, high fructose corn syrup, totally real sugar, come crashing down upon you at any given moment? And to my right, about at a directly alongside me, we're talking 4:59 o'clock to my right. No, wait, that's not how. Anyways, is someone who thinks that Velcro should never have been invented in the first place.
Yeah, everybody should just learn to tie their shoes on their own. Who needs Velcro? It's me. I'm Daisy. I did rely on Velcro shoes. I'm sorry.
Hello everyone. Welcome to an episode of Not a Scratch, where the scratches are scratchless unless you get scratched. We're just making up taglines here. How you guys doing? How's it?
It is.
Well, there's a D20 imprinted into my soul through my hand.
That's very true. Are we gonna do a dream?
I think I'm actually gonna develop carpal tunnel from how I'm holding this.
I hope not, because we, despite the high level of contribution from our patrons and advertisers, we don't have medical insurance, so you're gonna have to do that on your own. So I'm not saying it's important. I'm just saying it's important. Mansoor unfortunately couldn't be with us today. He's busy again on his quest to find that new D&D rule / item / thing. I think he's sort of expanded his search in terms of what he's trying to find. He's more of just trying to find a thing. A recent update though can confirm that he has found multiple letters that seem to suggest a sign of a new D&D rule. For additional analysis, you can follow his journey on his Instagram page. Insert Instagram here.
I don't have one.
That's very great.
Neither do I.
No, his Instagram handle is Insert Instagram here. However, if you look that up online and it's not Mansoor, I want you to know this was a joke. Please don't look it up. And then if there's somebody that's wild for whatever reason, please do not think that we sponsor or support anything that's said on Insert Instagram here, unless it's fake or not real or it doesn't exist. If it doesn't exist, it's real for us, and if it does exist, it's not real for us. Does that make sense?
Huh?
That makes perfect sense. Except, I'd like to add that all consequences of this joke lie squarely with Anirudh, because neither Daisy nor I have the ability to fact check anything of what Anirudh is saying.
Right. So all I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying. Last time, Not a Scratch, a universe unlike any other. Stuff happened. Villains returned. Are they villains? Have they replaced Rock and Rampage? That's the debate we're gonna hear in the ether on all those debating shows. They can be like, this is like the who's the best who's the best companion for Ash? It's like, no, it's the OG trio of Misty and Brock, and then people are like, no, it's the advanced generation with May and Max and Brock, and then so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be that debate. It's like, who's the best villains of annoyance? And it's like Rocket Rampage, AWD. Team Rocket shows up in this universe.
Kyle mastered Hyper
along
Beam.
With many others. Kyle did master Hyper Beam. In fact, while you were mastering Hyper Beam, you did some other stuff, Kyle, if you would like to share with the class.
Kyle walked with people, and then Kyle set up camp with people, and then Kyle was going to go to sleep with people, and then Kyle got poisoned with people, and then Kyle got healed with people, and then Kyle blasted people. With people.
Uh-huh.
Right. Daisy, any other comments to add?
That's about it. I threw hands.
Yeah. Very true. Very impressive. Sorry, I'm still in awe of the moment. and the fact that my computer screen does not want to pull up my map. Thank you very much.
Who needs maps?
I don't know where you guys are. That's basically what I'm telling you.
We're already
We're
in front of the final boss.
Oh, that's right. You're in
actually
final
are
boss town.
we're actually holding the elemental bell right now.
Yeah, don't you
right.
know?
That makes sense, because it makes sense for me to end a season and a series on episode 3.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, sure, why not? It's like those. It's like the Sherlock TV series. Those were like 3-episode seasons, each an hour and a half long, which kind of fits our MO at least.
Listen, a nice, concise mini-series. That's exactly what Not a Scratch is.
Yep, because when you think not a scratch, you think concise.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Sure. Anything else to add for either of you two before we officially do the jumping on into the abyss thing?
No.
This D20 has totally been impaled into my hand for the past 8 days since we last recorded, right? 8? 8.
Yeah, definitely. I believe that.
Yeah. Yep. Facts are facts. So, without further ado, let us dive on in. Boom. That's right. Boom. Because Titan is frustrated as he goes over to Team AWD to ask them, why are you here? They don't know. No, I'm kidding. I think Titan's actually going to pull AWD to the side and go into like angry parent mode off. And Titan sort of gestures to you like, you guys go to bed. I will handle this. And then just kind of gives them a look like, right? And AWD's like, yes, yep, he'll handle it. He's got it. No problem here.
Titan really just wants to keep all of the beaming them off to guild jail and paperwork for himself.
It's sort of, yeah, kind of that. Mainly that, actually. As that happens to the side, you guys are here. And I think, what was your name? Pip. Yes, I keep thinking it's Hop. It's not Hop. It's Pip. Hop is the anime character and the video game character and the real character. Pip is Pippin. There we go. We're bringing Lord of the Rings in here. That's our new series that we're dragging. Pip kind of gestures to you guys and is like, I guess we can go to sleep? Yeah. Good night.
I would recommend sleeping.
I'm with you. Still asleep.
Honk shoe, me.
Right, I figured as much. And so, just to save you, well, maybe not. Hold up, let me roll my die. All right, I'm gonna roll a d20. If it's 11 or higher, then you guys are rolling for dreams. If it's if it's 10 or lower, you're not. This is mainly to just add tension to the fact that Muhammad's been holding this die for a week and change.
My fingers hurt.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Good
Are
news.
they the same?
Yes. The good news is I rolled a 13, so roll for dream. The bad news is I'm rolling for dream.
You know what? I will take a dream roll over more dents in my palm.
I'm surprised the die left your hand. I thought it would just be like a part of it now.
It took a second. It was sticking there.
It's just, get off.
I got an 11.
I got 14 plus 1.
Great. And now we rest.
Hunk shoe.
So, I offered this to you, Muhammad. When was this? Let me confirm this. About a year and a half ago.
Huh?
So I'm going to offer it to both of you this time. Pick an avatar element.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Oh. I don't know what's happening.
You're going to have a dream. I have a few
Anirudh
different
doesn't know what's
options.
happening. He's never watched Avatar.
Yeah, that's also true.
This is true.
In terms of what this applies in this universe, I know what's happening. I have 4 different options of dreams. Your only hint is that it is related to said element. So I have a wind dream, a water dream, a fire dream, and an earth dream. Between you two, pick one.
What,
Like,
well, I
we have to pick
air.
the same one?
Yeah, you're picking the same one. So I need a consensus here.
Daisy, I love that you picked air because I rolled a d4 and rolled a 4.
I don't know what that means, but sure.
Air.
Oh, okay.
Air.
I like how it's somehow established, like, 4 is air, because 4 is air.
Obviously.
Yeah. Isn't that... I was going off the order from the intro.
Hmm.
Is that the order of the intro? I
I'm
feel
pretty
like,
sure
well,
air
is there
is
another...
last.
There's
there another
two
thing that-
different intros.
Right. Well, I don't know. I've always heard it like earth, air, fire, water. Maybe that's not. Maybe that's just me.
That's Cora.
Yeah, that's Cora.
How did I haven't seen either. Why do I
I
know
don't know.
that one but not the? All right, whatever. Sure. Why not? Air dream it is then.
I guess so.
Yes, sir.
You both fall into a nice, deep sleep. And both of you sort of, after a little bit of time, sort of just like open your eyes. Like you just woke up. Nice, calm, wake up. Immediately shut your eyes afterwards because what you see is effectively the sun shining bright on you. Sky is clear. It's when I say clear, I mean not a cloud, not a wisp, nothing. Bright, sun's up there, and also you're on a bed. The bed can't be right. You're not on the grass, because you know what grass feels like when you sleep on it. This is not grass that you're sleeping on. All you see around you is white.
Like, around, like, including, like, above?
Not above. Above is the sky. But like, if you like strain to your left as your
clear-
eyes start to clear up, white. To your right,
Yeah.
it's white. Behind you, like on your back, is white.
And above us, clear skies.
Clear sky. You guys are currently in sleeping position, however that is. Whether you're a side sleeper, a belly sleeper, well, maybe not a belly sleeper, but back sleeper, side sleeper.
Hello?
How high... does the air feel at all thinner? Like, does it feel like we're at altitude here?
I would say so. Yes. Certainly thinner air.
Does Kyle recognize this place?
Give me a history roll.
Because I feel like Kyle might recognize this place.
I feel like
Maybe.
you would.
If my hunch is right, I would like to think that Kyle recognizes this place. I rolled 15. What's history? Is it smart?
It's smart.
Yeah, so 15 plus 1.
Yeah, I would say you recognize this place. I think what you recognize even more in particular as you start to recognize the fact that you and Rose, who's here, by the way, are sort of sleeping on clouds right now.
Yeah. Clouds, but like there's some solid ground here.
There's some solidity to this cloud.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. That's not necessarily what reminds you about this, because you've seen clouds. You've actually been up in the clouds in previous streams in the past. What recognizes you though? It's a green snake in the sky.
That's the next question I was gonna ask. I was gonna be like, hey, up there in the sky, is there some sort of green lizard-looking boy? I think Kyle's gonna like sit up and like look up and just like track the green being.
Rose, your thoughts? This is your first time. Kyle sort of has an idea of what to do here. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh, there's a big lizard in the sky.
I think it's very far away, but despite that, you can still tell A, big lizard, B, flying lizard.
It looks very far away. It must mean it's really big.
And then it gets closer and closer to you as it kind of flies down. It's like, yep, that's
oh
correct.
no, it's just really tiny. Never mind.
It's like the size of your hand. No, large green lizard shows up. It's everyone's favorite lizard.
The Geico Gecko.
The Geico-quay, indeed.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
We are not sponsored by Geico unless they wanna.
Why would they?
Maybe they're just.
Is our
I
mark
gotta-
is our guys right in? Do y'all buy insurance?
Are you asking, are they supposed to, or do they?
Yes.
Well said. Anyway, Green Lizard has shown up and comes down to both of you. I do not remember if I gave. Did I have a proper voice, or was it just standard like? Welcome.
I don't remember.
I'm the guy, the villain, and the good guy.
I don't remember the last conversation I had with her. I don't remember if I had an actual conversation.
I'm fairly certain somebody has said something that has had a response.
I believe you.
This feels like an arc. This is an arc 5 thing if it did happen, because it certainly didn't happen last arc.
Would it? Huh? Would it have been arc
Here's
5
my-
or would it have been earlier?
Here's the reason why. As of this recording, because I'm delayed with it, I'm still editing the arc 5 summary episodes,
Oh, so you
and
know.
so I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if you have talked, because I haven't gotten that far yet. But what I do know is that you have.
This is the arc where I had
This is the arc where you do the avatar
last
thing.
encounter. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, Green Lizard shows up. Well, have you found a plan?
Yes.
Not you. I understand you're new. Welcome, by the way. Have you figured out how to get here?
Yeah, we're here.
But
Kyle's just throwing some side eye roses way, like, dude.
I'm confused.
Look, not spirit version of you, the actual version of you that I can hand things to.
Kyle just shakes his head because I don't think Kyle has figured out where this is yet, let alone how to get there.
I think Green Lizard, as we keep referring them to, kind of just turns to you. It's like, are you kidding? It is just going up. It's literally up. It is upwards.
Kyle holds out arms, flaps, and looks at Rayquaza like, buddy.
You mean to tell me they haven't? They haven't. What is the point of being a wingless creature if you can't figure out how to wing yourself?
What?
Kyle just kind of shrugs, just like.
All right. Suppose you can you zap?
Kyle thinks for a moment and just tentatively shakes his head, like questioningly, like, no, I don't think so.
So you can't zap and you don't have wings.
Kyle nods.
Do they teach you anything down there on the planet?
I know how to bake.
Yes, that is the answer.
That is respectable. I appreciate that. However, when it comes to transportation, not exactly the greatest method, unless you have an interesting way of transportation through bread.
Do you want a Pokepop?
I would very much appreciate one.
I find one that's for green guys.
You just hand it. Hey, you're not you when you're hungry.
This one's for green guys.
I think they just take a small bite. Pretty good.
I know.
Just continue. It's like this I'm confident about. Thank you very much. Okay, so no flight, no zaps. How do you get up here?
We fall asleep.
How does your body get up here?
Kyle's like thinking, and as he's thinking, he's gonna like kind of start fiddling with his badge a little bit, like seeing if like the badge might have an answer, but probably not.
Wait, Oh, wait a minute. Would you know it? Yeah, you know it.
It's
What's that?
Rayquaza. Rayquaza would know. Sorry, green guy. My bad, green guy.
Excuse me.
No, we can call it Rayquaza. I was hoping one of you guys would go with the official name of Rayquaza, but unfortunately, it seems
Look,
that
we
it's...
haven't learned Rayquay-quay yet. It's just green guy.
Okay, thank you. That's
Yeah.
all I wanted. All I wanted was a Rayquay-quay reference. That's fine. Yeah. I think Rayquaza points at your badge. What is that?
Kyle just like holds it up and shows badge. I assume it's in recruit mode right now.
Yeah, I think with Quay over here, it's gone full legendary mythical power mode. Badge. That's the thing you Oh, what is this? I don't know what you are.
I was expecting a moment of so you can zap.
So no, I think that's the thing you how do you say the Gidlews? The Gidlews? No, that's old.
Huh?
Guilds, that's it. Guilds use those, right?
Kyle nods.
Can you use that somehow?
I think Kyle's gonna go. Not for myself, I don't think.
Tikni. As Rayquaza is starting to mutter to themselves, both of you roll me a history roll. Kyle, roll with advantage.
Oh, fun.
Five.
That one's 8 plus 1. This one's 5 plus 1. So I got 9. We're
You can.
clueless.
I think both Kyle, you probably get this a little bit easier, but you don't know what. Unlike any other Pokemon that you've probably seen, maybe in this time, Rayquaza speaking in Oldish a bit, like slipping back and forth between the two.
Interesting.
Fun little detail.
So we're bringing Zendoran with us.
I leave that up to you. How do you do this? What did you call it? It's not a Gidleo. The guild badge is a way of what?
Would Kyle? Yeah, I think I would have to explain this out loud. Kyle goes, identification, apprehending folks. That's all I've used it for.
And do you points to
access.
Rose? Do you have one as well?
I don't know, do I?
You would actually. Yeah, you would have one for just the recruits.
Rose
Oh,
would have
yeah.
a recruit badge, but
Yeah,
has
yours
never
would-
actually showed it to other Pokemon.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, actually though, is it changed to the Frost Riders?
Yours wouldn't because you're not a guild member. Well, you just did sign a contract with them about bakery-related things, so maybe it would.
Yeah, but I don't know if that counts as like would like
No, you-
outside
yeah, you
contractors get a guild badge?
Yeah, you wouldn't have the ability to recruit missions, or at least be the quote-unquote lead on recruit missions because you're not a recruit. 'Cause if we go to the Mystery Dungeon games, you would be like one of the Pokemon that's recruited while on the journey, so you'd be like the Absol. If we're going to the OG games, so and we're not in post game, so you can't run the team.
Dang.
So yeah, I think yours would just say recruits of the lost. I don't think yours would switch.
I got this one.
Does that do the same thing?
What same thing?
The same as his?
Yes.
Kyle just kind of shrugs, like I guess so.
Does it?
You haven't tested it. I mean, this is why you gotta get into fights, Daisy, so that you can test out your gem thing works.
Yes, it does. Hello, this is Daisy. I play Rose, and thank you for listening to this episode. At the moment, episodes are coming out every other week, so I appreciate you all for bearing with us as we try to get this content to you as fast as we can. But in the meantime, be sure to follow us, subscribe, and do all those important things you ought to do when supporting a podcast. If you've enjoyed the episode and you want to support us in any way, shape, or form, the best way to do so is to share us with your friends. Word of mouth is the best way to get a show around. Share us with anybody who you've played a card game with recently. I don't know. Also, you can leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help us bring new people into our community and also give us advice on what we can do and improve on in the future. You can also follow us on all sorts of social media, available in the description, or email us at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you have any cool ideas to add to the podcast, or if you just want to reach out to us. We also have a Discord for Not a Scratch, and a bunch of awesome people have already joined. Join to help us build the Not a Scratch community. You can check out our website at www.notascratchcast.com. The website has access to all of our episodes, our merch page, and a bunch of awesome items. There's even an art page where we post commissioned and fan art. If you send us your fan art, you might see it on our website. Our website and merch will be updating over time, so stay tuned. For this episode, we want to thank Glitch X City for the songs Kirby's Dream Land Lo-Fi Remix, Slumbering Weald, Mystery Dungeon Sky Tower Remix, and Hoenn Route 111 Remix. We also want to thank Tabletop Audio for the song Invisible Mountain. We here at Not a Scratch have a Patreon. Shout out to our patrons. Joining Patreon lets you get access to amazing benefits regarding the show and its futures. You've got early access to some episodes, some completely unedited deep cuts of the episodes. You also get access to the game corner that I run, where we play various different tabletop games to kind of build out our own Pokemon world. And also, you'll be recognized during the show. Thank you to our patrons Ginny, Ursa93, Eli, Damon Liger, Simon Peloakim, Fennec, Evelyn C., Arming Sword and Buckler, Blue Iroweir, and Intellian Spy. For more information, you can check out the links in the episode description or contact us on Discord or Twitter. Now, without further interruption, let's get back to the story.
How do you go over the guild badge once again?
Kyle just kind of holds the badge like facing Mr. Rayquay again, and goes, it kind of just points on the badge like that. That's me. That's, you know, the recruits. And then Kyle like turns it towards Rose and just goes, if I point it at someone that I want to send some to like, you know, headquarters, I just do that and it goes.
Do I disappear?
No, because Kyle hasn't actually tried to do it.
That is Can I borrow that? Very quickly.
Kyle just holds out badge.
And you see Rayquaza with its little arms, like looking at the badge very carefully. Kind of puts it up in the light.
Are Rayquaza's arms long enough to hold something in front of its face?
Good question. I want to see how big you are. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It might be a bit of a stretch, but I could see it. Weirdly enough, I think Mega Rayquaza wouldn't be able to, but...
Yeah, but Mega Rayquaza is also, you know, I don't think that's really a concern for Mega Rayquaza.
This has a gem inside of it.
Kyle's just like eyebrows
Monsieur?
raised, like just confused, like, huh?
This has something called a teleport gem inside. Have you heard of this?
Kyle has like a Blake-ish look on his face because I think Kyle's heard of like teleport orbs, but not gems, right?
Roll me a history roll.
I don't
Rose,
know.
if you want to as well. Maybe you've learned. Maybe if you want it, I'll leave that up to you.
I've got 7 + 1.
Daisy, I'll leave it up to you if you want to roll or not.
What am I rolling again?
Well, if you want to roll about whether or not you know of the term teleport gem.
Oh, sure. I probably do. I got a nat 20. I know all about them.
That's good because Kyle is confused. Kyle's like, not really, but it sounds kind of intuitive.
Well, excuse me while I tell you all about them.
All right, Daisy, go ahead.
All right. The gem.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Check script.
When the player and their partner volunteer to persuade Rayquaza to destroy the catastrophic meteor foreseen by Xatu, Alakazam and Xatu use their combined teleport to create the teleport gem, capable of taking the player and their partner to Rayquaza's domain, the Sky Tower. The gem is created on the Hills of the Ancients, which is where Xatu spends near to all of his time, and it's later revealed that the two received help creating the teleport gem from a shy, ghost-type Pokemon who fled afterwards. In the original games, the teleport gem is kept by the player but is unable to be used due to it having been drained of most of its power after the events of Sky Tower. The player must instead use Fly or carry the Fly HM to return to Sky Tower. The teleport gem is then used once again in order to retrieve Latias from Pitfall Valley. Once the team is ascended from the bottom, what becomes of the gem after its second use remains unknown. In the remake, there is no mention of the teleport gem being damaged, likely explaining why Fly is no longer required for future visits. Don't you know?
Yeah, so that's basically it.
The blankest of blank stares on Kyle's face.
So what?
Kyle turns the camera up. Player?
What's this player thing? So what your friend here said is not exactly incorrect. Many eons ago, I provided the sort of technology. Why I have turned into sort of like a more spry elder, I have no idea. But I provided this technology to the mortals. Y'all, basically. This ability to teleport from location to location based on a location that is embedded in the gem itself. And now I'm... Luckily, because Rose rolled a nat 20... because of Rose's nat 20 there, I'll give you the memory, Mohammed. You've used a teleport gem before.
By Volcano?
Even further back. You used a teleport gem exactly once. And Snow was there.
Oh! That's how we got to the Bronze Roses.
When you first got to the Bronze Roses, Snow mentioned that a teleport gem was her way of being able to pop over rather than walk all the way there.
Yeah. Would Kyle have still had... Yeah, I think Kyle would have still ended up bumping into... Huh. Wait.
Well, and now here's the reason why I mentioned this. In Arc 5, I give you a vision of a bunch of memories that are merging back and forth between old timeline and new timeline.
Yeah.
And in both timeline versions, Snow uses the teleport gem with either you and Ralph or just you to pop over there.
Okay.
So the teleport gem still exists. And the reason why the teleport gem still exists is because of what Rayquaza is about to say right now.
You mean it's not what I said?
I mean, it's kind of what you said. It's sort of where the idea came into place, but also it's what this is. So, if you can create teleport gem with this location, you would then be able to teleport to this location.
Kyle just kind of nods along and just goes, "So, zap."
Zap, yes. It sort of pieces together now. Zap is how Rayquaza is referring to teleportations.
Yeah. Kyle just kind of slowly nods and in understanding, and then looks back at Rayquaza, just kind of questioningly, just like, okay, how?
Well, you'll be constructing a new teleport gem. This wouldn't be. You would need to make it from scratch, because there is no gem that exists that currently zaps you here. What you'll need, and this is very important because there's only one copy of it down on the mortal world. I myself don't have all of the knowledge and equipment, and I also don't have the full skill set myself to make the teleport gem. I had to borrow the Latios and Latios brother and sister help to create them. What you'll need, though, is the recipe.
I know about recipes.
Kyle is looking at Rayquaza expectantly, like, yes, recipe, please.
Well, I do not have the recipe myself. It's down on the mortal plane. I believe it was in a museum somewhere.
Kyle just makes a mental note. Kyle's gonna ask Adam and probably Zendoran about this.
Kyle, roll history.
Oh, have I seen this before? I think
with advantage, actually. Okay.
I rolled a nat 20. I've seen this before.
Not only have you seen it before, not only do you know where it is, not only do you know who has it, you know who made it. You know all the details about this already. The only thing I'm going to tell you right now is the actual pieces of information in case you've forgotten, which it seems like you have.
Yeah, I've forgotten. Kyle has not forgotten. Kyle remembers everything. Please tell me what Kyle knows.
So, at the end of Arc 5, you might remember you went to Valkenburg.
Yes.
That's kind of the whole point was there. This is just before Rose. Like, literally
Yes.
just like days before Rose. And during your downtime, you went somewhere.
I went to the big arboreum, right? Or
There was like
garden?
a
No, that was in
the garden.
that was in a different city. Was it just the library?
There was something else in the library, and you met somebody there who was very anxious to meet with her daughter.
Oh, the gallery in Brusher. Yeah.
You met with Brusher. You met Brusher. Brusher was showing off a painting that was never seen before. In fact, they sold it without even viewing it.
Yes. Oh, was that no? What? No.
The painting was called The Recipe.
What?
Wait a minute.
Whoa! You're telling me that this artifact, this knowledge, is just a painting in a rich person's house? Who bought it?
Who bought it? A certain baseball player. Not the one you know, but one of the few other ones I've actually mentioned in the past.
Smasher.
So that's the one we know. And also, technically, you don't really know in this universe.
It wasn't, it wasn't Aaron, and it wasn't what's Empoleon? What's the Empoleon's name?
Silver?
Yeah, it wasn't Silver, right?
Correct.
Wasn't Aaron? Wasn't Silver? Wasn't Smasher?
No, and I would not be surprised if you didn't remember this name because I've mentioned them twice. Once at the throwaway line,
no.
and here. They are a Sneasel named Baser.
Ah.
And they are a baseball player for the Tenebrous Shadows.
Who play in which city?
They play in Tenebrous. I don't know if this is probably a city. It's one of the few cities that's actually named in Tenebrous.
Yeah, but they play in Tenebrous, which is...
I'm assuming it's Nightville because that's the only other city I can think of that's been named.
Quite possibly. But yeah. Okay. So, I guess now it's kind of okay. And does Kyle know that Kyle doesn't know that the magician thief was pointing towards Tenebris, right?
Correct.
Kyle doesn't know this.
Rose, would you have told Kyle?
I think so, right?
Because I know Daisy and Muhammad have talked about it. I don't know if Rose and Kyle have talked about it.
I don't know.
I know who the dark hero is then.
I love it. It's just out of nowhere. Rose is like, all right, my new theory is it's that guy now.
Yeah.
Rose just go through half the population of outcasts, being like, you're the bad guy. No, you are. No, you are.
So
obviously.
Okay, so what we know about Tenebris. We know it's a place we've never been. We know it is due west, and we know that Aaron is over there looking for the Dark Hero, and now we know that Baser the Sneasel has the recipe for the teleport gem over in Tenebris.
Yeah.
Well, sort of. You know, Baser was physically there in Vulcanburg.
Yeah. So,
and so that was a while ago.
Presumably, the recipe was, sent to Baser's home, which is presumably in Tenebris.
Right.
Did we actually see Baser though, or did a hooded figure buy it?
No, I explicitly named them as Baser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This was a public auction. It's just no one saw the actual piece.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The Baser the Sneasel bought the recipe. It's presumably in Tenebris. If it's not in Tenebris, Baser's in Tenebris and could tell us where the recipe is. And
whether or not Baser is in Tenebris really depends on the baseball schedule right now.
And who would know whether or not Baser is currently in Tenebris? And if they're in Tenebris, who would be able to, very easily reach Baser? Our baseball friend, Aaron.
Very true.
Haha.
So, independent of the magician thief's nods and like nudge nudge wink wink that Kyle missed, right? Kyle's thinking is, oh yeah, I think it kind of clicks once Kyle hears about the recipe and museum. It all kind of clicks, and Kyle's just like, oh, and just a flash of recognition in his eyes, and Kyle just goes, I know who can help us find that recipe.
You do? Oh, fantastic! Because I'm pretty sure it's kind of the old recipe paper is kind of worn out, so I would hope somebody would remake it. At least, no one's really gonna understand it unless they understand it, because it's just a bunch of nonsense ultimately. But for those in the know, it's in the know. You know what I mean?
Kyle just nods and just says, "Don't worry, it's in good condition."
Great. Good. That's good. That's very good. Anyway, use that. You'll need to be high up for it to work better. Because if you're on the ground and teleport, or you wouldn't say teleport. If you're on the ground and zap, you don't zap as far as if you're up in the sky and zap.
Kyle just nods, of course, naturally. Yeah.
Natural. The gems have a certain radius of usability, and while it's great for side to side, it's not very good for up and down.
Kyle just kind of nods, just yep, of course.
So we can zap into the mountain?
I would not recommend it, but yes.
You mean you don't have stairs?
I'm afraid not. And the Rayquays kind of just points to themselves, stairs aren't exactly my style.
Kyle, Rayquaza points to themselves. Kyle points at the ground, which is a cloud.
At least Arceus has stairs.
Also that.
Damn, the shade being thrown.
Just because Uncle Arceus has stairs doesn't mean that... It's hard to make stairs when your arms aren't that big. Anyway. Cool? We good? We have a plan. Great.
Kyle finally nods very confidently yes, there is a plan. For the first time today, he's like, yes.
Great. Very important that you do that. Another thing that's very important. When you come to face me, I have to fight you. I'm warning you now. This is a rule.
Kyle just waves it off, just like, yeah, okay.
But no.
The reason why is because there's a standard to these things. It's to prove your worth. And frankly speaking, I've had bad guys think they can come up here and just take it off the mantle. Like, you see, Rayquaza for the first time, I think, points behind them, and you gotta just see the Sky Melodica just sitting there. I think, I don't even know what it would be. I think Latios just shows up and starts, like, shining it a little bit. Just kind of gives you a nod. Just with, like, a napkin or something, just, like, making sure it's
hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's up. Yeah, alright. Put that back up there. It is there. It's supposed to be this dramatic thing. I'm a fan of the dramatics. However, due to urgency and the fact that, things are as they are, I would recommend that you come up here. Here's a hint. Do not like ice types. So go for that.
Okay.
I don't know how, but, figure that out.
Kyle just kind of nods, just like, yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Okay. And another thing, kind of important, I've overheard, your prior exploits and the fact that you've avoided battles for some of them.
Hey.
And the laws of thermodynamics and perpetual motion cannot stand for this, which is another reason why I have to fight.
Kyle glaring at Rose.
What did I do?
Kyle, realizing his error, turns, glaring at Anirudh.
Hey. Understand. Kyogre, technically you fought, that's fine. I'm talking Shaman. I'm still frustrated at Shaman. Shaman's supposed to have at least had a loud argument with you. And Shaman was kind of like, hey, thanks for the flower,
just kind
adios.
of puts his hands up like, what can I do?
Shaman did not care. Shaman's kind of like, hey, you got the flower? Sweet, trade, adios.
Now that I think about it, we've only like fought for like half of the legendary items we have.
All right, let's do a count.
All right, so we started with the grass cornet, which was kind of just handed to us. And then we went and got the icy flute, which we had to throw hands for. And then we the fiery drum just spawned in. And then
Fiery Drum was just one large arc of fighting that eventually led to.
Yeah, but there was no like final fight to get the fiery drum. It was just like, oh, I guess we just have it now. And then the rock horn, we didn't fight anyone for the rock horn. It was just there after the puzzle, where there was no real fighting. And then the Aqua Monica, like there was technically a fight, but I mean, so really like we out of the 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the 5 legendary items that we have in our possession, we fought and earned by fighting 1.5 of them.
All right, so you're a cool 30% success rate for something.
Yeah. Well,
more of a reason why Rayquaza's like
no, not 30. Like this is like a
30% fight rate.
30% fight rate. This is like a 400% success rate. Like we get more items per fight than should be the case.
Anyway, so yeah, it's because of balance and all that. I have to kind of, throw hands. It's part of the structure. Blame the coding game.
I don't think you gotta do that.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
Right. If it makes you feel any better, I cut my health. Okay, I only go with X number of health. There's a minimum health bar that I have to reach. It's that. Okay, so it's not even that big of a deal. Just a couple of good rock, electric, ice moves, especially the rock and ice. You're golden. Okay. If you got fairy moves, that's also very useful as well. Rayquaza's just like, all right, this is how you beat me, okay?
Do we look like rock, ice, or fairy types over here?
You look like a fairy type. Don't give me that.
I'm not. You should know, right?
How am I supposed to know? There are too many Pokemon, as so eloquently stated by somebody on the show earlier today.
Just because I'm pink doesn't mean I'm a fairy type.
Just because I'm green doesn't mean I'm a grass type, but I still get that. Don't even get me started.
You're green type.
Virizion out here, all like, why aren't you a grass type too? I'm before you. Calm yourself.
Okay, it looks like I hit a nerve. I'm sorry.
Okay, and they're all out here like, why can't you be a dragon type? Dragon flying type, quad wing. And I'm quad weak to ice. I don't want to be quad weak to ice. Someone's out here like, oh, you see that snow over there? How concerned are you? I remember when it used to be hail, okay? And all you people playing with this easy mode of snow. How about D6 damage every turn? How about that? How about them apples?
Here, I've got a Pokepuff that'll give you resistance to ice types. Here you go.
I appreciate that. I'm worried that you might find this not useful in the future. All right, so Rose and Rayquay are having a loud therapy session or something.
They're having their little back and forth, and Kyle's just kind of been like slowly backing away, just like, okay, I guess we're all set here. These two can keep on doing their thing. My part of the dream is done.
It's like, wake up.
No, Kyle, you gotta be in on this. Come on, what are your thoughts?
Kyle's just sitting there like, I cannot speak. If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Kyle's like, there is no right answer here. Please help me. I think after that calms down, Rayquay kind of like points to you guys. Okay, game plan. You've got an idea. Figure that out, because I'm worried. I'm very worried that they may have a way of getting up here.
Kyle just kind of waves that off, just like, it'll be fine. Don't worry.
Just making sure. Okay. Do you have any questions for me, or would you like me to pop you back?
Kyle's just like, you realize it's gonna take us a little bit of time to get this done, right?
Be faster than them.
Kyle's just like, well, Kyle just kind of smirks, just like, we always are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then he just kind of like takes his fingers together and just taps them, and then you just hear like a bubble pop, and you're awake.
In the morning, I assume?
In the morning. Yeah, in the morning. All is good. Yeah, I think you guys just wake up in the morning. Nice, calm, cool, and collected. It's a
that
good
was a
rest.
weird dream.
All right, here's my question. This is more for Daisy. When have you not had a weird dream in this show?
I don't know.
Like, I don't do regular dreams.
This is the only place I actually remember my dreams.
Same.
Oh, that's wild. And so, a continuation from here, as you wake up in the morning, I think Team AWD has been transported back. Titan had a loud, well, maybe not loud, but a stern talking to, paperwork filing out. And you see him, I think, waking up in the morning, just making breakfast, like, oh, good morning. Hope things are going well.
Kyle just kind of nods and, like, snaps a salute. It's like, good morning, salute.
Wait, Titan's making breakfast?
Yeah, Titan's making, he's in a good mood.
For some reason, I thought you said AWD was making breakfast.
No, AWD has been zapped over to jail place.
This is their curse.
Titan says, listen, I can give you guys a set. I can give you, we could take you to the guild and do something. I've got a sentence that's far worse. Wakes up in the morning. Hi, Rose, you have employees.
No, I think Titan's just in a good mood and is like, so I made breakfast. What was Titan's voice? I've asked this in the previous episode as well, and I cannot remember. And
it was slow and sort of slow, not too slow, tired.
Okay, sort of slow and tired. So I think maybe slightly less slow, slightly less tired this morning.
Honestly, this sounds about right for a not tired Titan.
Good morning. Glad to see you guys are awake. I made breakfast.
Whoa.
Kyle just like nods at appreciation.
I just rolled my first nat 20 with these dice, I think, in like 10 years. Breakfast killer. Is Rose, you hate to think it. It might be better than what you could do.
Nah. These croissants are great, though.
It's like, I think that thought pops into your head, and then you immediately just beat it out of your head. You're like, no, we don't have those thoughts in my head. I refuse to think anyone is better than me, even if they are.
Where did you even get the
and-
butter for these?
Just like, made it. You what?
You what? Huh?
Made
What?
it.
Okay.
What
Sure.
about the wheat? Made it. The oven? Made it. The fire? Made it. What?
Well, those ones make sense.
Yeah, not even Rose. Daisy's hung up on the butter.
You didn't know? Oh, I did. Did I never mention it? I'm a 3-time butter making champion.
Where did you, what? That's not how, why?
Well, first, it's very simple. First, you have no butter. And I think Titan just spins around. And now you have butter. And there's just like a nice, like, literally like pancakes the size of butter in his hands. Just like, first you have no butter, now you have butter.
Okay.
And there are processes in between there.
Okay.
So everybody roll d20s just real quick.
10.
13.
That's all successes. Okay, because I got 16. Oh, I need to roll for Pip.
Pip rolled a nat 20, trust.
An 18. That's pretty close. All right. No shenanigans as you continue on, and you finally reach, as we end the episode here, Sea Glass City. Of course, spelled C-Glass City, because that's us.
Sea glass. Yeah.
So we enter into Sea Glass City at who's the slowest member here? Whose speed have we been going
Probably
by?
me.
Yeah, I think it's Rose.
Okay, Rose,
And
what's your speed again?
we established that Rose is the slowest. of the group.
13.
Okay, so we'll reach there by about like 3 in the afternoonish. I need everybody to take 9 points of walking belly.
9 points of walking is just funny.
I need everyone to take 9 points of walking, please.
And because we slept, that had reset to 0, so then we...
Yes.
Yeah. So your belly wise, it's at 9.
Zero out
or
your
9 less,
moves,
9 less.
zero out your HP,
Okay.
0 out your belly, and then add
Cool.
9 to the belly.
And as you enter into the city, now we end this episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We had a dream, we had breakfast.
Yeah.
It's a good day's work.
Sounds like a solid episode of Not a Scratch to me.
Very true. Also, plot. I love it. We'll talk about this in the post game. But that's the end of this episode here. Thank you, everyone, for listening, watching, and supporting in any way, shape, or form that you do. I've been your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself.
I've been Mohammed playing Kyle.
And I've been Daisy playing Rose.
And until next time, I can't believe it's actually butter. Don't question it.